stingy king. A giant wolf threw a noose, which was as usually twice its size, in front of the king, who just took the throne yesterday. Now, sharing is on you, he said. The king looked around and thought for a while. Go on, I'll take care of it myself. When the sweet smell of the moose came out, hungry and impatient wolves began to gather in front of the white den. When the king saw them, he said to his servant angrily, "Divide it among them. It looks like they are going to eat me." Then the king called his hunters and said, "You are honest, but you are simpleton. You have thrown away the fresh and red flesh of the moose before me. There is no hiding, I did not eat a single piece of that meat. Those feisty wolves ate them all. From now on I will hand over the hunting to another one." "Oh, your Majesty, in the past, moose meat was enough for all of us. How come you didn't get a piece of meat at all?" The hunters were surprised. "I have no a small appetite as the former king had. I'm different, don't compare me to anyone," said the angry new king, thinking of a way to severely punish the hunters. Eventually he imprisoned them. The king could not find a wolf suitable for hunting. One is a hero, but a fool. The second is a liar, a deceiver who can get his hands on a lot of meat. So he might get stronger and fight for the throne, won't he? Got afraid the king. The third is loyal, but weak. I'd better look for a And he was very pleased with his idea. He sent an envoy to the jackals and summoned his leader. "This vast land of mine is not like your barren desert, it is rich for many kinds of animals and birds. I need someone who is cunning, has sharp teeth and strong claws for hunting. Whereas, my hunters are fools." He frowned, sat for a while not finishing his speech, and after a while waved his hand. "Ah, forget them. I have an offer for you. How do you feel about becoming my hunter?" he said. Understanding the king's words from the beginning, the jackal made one breathe and bowed to the ground. "You have entrusted me with this big task. Like your wolves, I will not bring red meat to the public in broad daylight. I'll be bringing it hiding, at night, cut up the meat, cut it into 12 bones and secretly bring it into your palace." He smiled. The king was very pleased with these words. "Agreed," he said at once. "Get started now. Put my necklace around your neck. Then none of my wolves will touch you." The king's golden necklace turned dark as bronze on the neck of the jackal the moment he looked around arrogantly as he was coming out of the king's den with his nostrils raised high towards the sky and his fur puffed up concealing his skinny body. As one wolf was about to approach the jackal, he saw him lying down, hiding his tail, and when he noticed the king's necklace, the wolf was forced to turn around and leave. Seeing the situation at the door, the king immediately issued an order and imprisoned the bully wolf in a deep dungeon. It's been a while now. The jackals now run the kingdom of wolves. Unlike wolves, they do not hunt sick, weak or old animals. However, it doesn't matter for them if one is young or old. They hunt everyone their eyes can catch, encircle their victim and kill the prey by strangling it, then, after eating the first fatty bone and eating enough, they put the remaining fatless meat on a white plate as small as 12 palms, then 12 of them shakily bring it into the white den. So the king is pleased, and the jackals are satisfied. One day, when the jackal saw other wolves hunting, he ran to the king. "Your Highness, just in front of our eyes wolves slaughtered an enormous moose that we've been tracking for your Majesty. Now we are guilty of not being able to bring you anything," he whined. This made the king very angry, and he put the wolves in prison. The wolves that were imprisoned did not return as if they had perished. They were completely forgotten, in time. Those who were looking for them also went to the prison. So no one was looking for them openly. After such events, the wolves became afraid not of the king, but of the jackals in the first place. They also learned to hunt when people fall asleep and to hide what they catch. They pulled out their hair to look thinner and stopped looking good. In a few years, all the birds, rabbits, and mice in the wolf kingdom were gone. The wolves left the country in search of food, and the jackals grew fat while the king became a sick wolf. One day the leader of the jackals came. "King, there is no hoof left in your land. We cannot serve such a poor king. We are being forced to be hungry for a long time looking for food," he said. "Aren't you my trusted servants? If it can't be found in my land, bring food from somewhere else." He tried to speak bravely, but his voice gave in and got hoarse, squeaky, and finally stopped at all. The well-fed jackal burst out of laughter. Those wandering hobo wolves who left their king are good for that kind of business. The hungry wolf is ready to do anything. and I need to feed my stomach, and went at the king himself. Suddenly, other jackals who were standing at the door jumped at the wolf, not even letting him to realize what's happening, ripping his body parts. That's how the stingy king killed himself. Author, Adina Abdubai Kaizi. Translator, Almaty Guy.